Go for it.
Okay, so for 1,000 Rocket League credits, we got Gotcha Peter for the winner of it.
Hey.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Esports College and Career Pathways we are dedicated to helping gamers, players really improve their game, whether at the collegiate level like we are today or as a career.
So go to your buddy and be like, hey, I got paid to play video game and get good grades. What did you get money for?
We really want to give a foundation for gamers to come in, express themselves in their own way, give them a competitive base setting, and provide them with the equipment necessary to, thrive in that competitive setting.
We looked at the resources that are available, and even yesterday I was talking to parents and players, and they didn't even know there were varsity teams at the college level, let alone that there's scholarships. So we took upon ourselves that we really want to put together these combines, not just like Rocket League we're doing now, but we're doing League of Legends in 2 weeks, and beyond that we're probably going to do Fortnite, to really give resources and a recruitment tool for the colleges, but really to get these players in front of the right people at the right time.
Triple kill. Boo taking it out. Oh my god. Boo with the 3K clutch at the end there. Being the double spray transfer. Oh my god. Very low health. But let's see here. Cold QB is also very low on health. Sab holding it, going in. Yes, pocket.
Okay, hello and welcome everyone to the Golden Coast Invitational, sponsored by Esports College and Career Pathways. I'm Kanashi. I will be your host for this event. I'm still here, surprisingly. My dog is yelling at me in the backyard. I cannot control that. But what we can control is the amazing content that we are going to be giving to you today. We have some great collegiate Valorant matches, all coming out of the Pacific NorCal division today. We have a lot of the best of the best collegiate schools in North America, and we are at the halfway point officially, week 5 of our 9-week event that will showcase all of this talent that we have. Once again, we are sponsored by Esports College and Career Pathways. They support the esports community. This invitational is one of the many examples of how they help out college esports programs grow and assist their players. They also help sponsor Hive, which supports women's colleges across the United States. For more information, please follow them at their social medias and at their website, esportsccp.gg. Also, make sure to take a moment to follow RU Esports and turn on the notifications. That way you won't miss any of the action that is coming up for the next 4 weeks. But yeah, we're going to kick off everything with our 2 scheduled matches today. Once again, we are staying in more action from the university, or from San Jose State University Gold, as they face off against the University of New Mexico Albuquerque. Once again, the first few weeks of this event is going to be played in a best of 1 round robin format, but we are slowly progressing towards the playoffs, which is going to begin sometime, I think maybe even next week. We're going to be starting to inch into that. So that's going to be something to really look forward to. These schools aren't just here for bragging rights, by the way. There is a prize pool that is supplied. First place will be going home with $1,000. And, you know, bragging rights of the Golden Coast Invitational champions. Second place will be going home with $500. And third place will be taking home $250. Once again, we have a great show for you guys. So let's kick off our first match between the University of Arizona and the University of San Francisco. Arizona Esports will be leading off with Nilly, Woven, One Duck, Chemo, Jatori for Glory, and Fawn. This team has a wide range of players ranging from Diamond to Radiant. So honestly, a solid range, but it's all about teamwork to make the dream work. On the other hand, their opponents are going to be the USF Dons Esports, and they will be rolling out with Kaha, Ambius, Cape Holster, Zeph Z, and RG14. This team has a wide range as well, from Diamond to Immortal, but it is just going to be a really solid, tight group. The real question today will be, will Arizona State leave the Dons in the fog, or will USF be able to take this win? For me personally, I know a couple of people from the USF team from previous tournaments around the Bay Area, but obviously this is a new game and a brand new team, so it's going to be really interesting to see, you know, how USF is adapting to the whole scenario. But that's not for me to break down. I'm going to leave all the action to Arties and Brodies. Fellas, take it away.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for that beautiful intro. I wasn't sure if that was a question to me or not, but I'm gonna take it as a question to me.
Anyone that is willing to answer, you know, I'm just super excited. This match is going to be extremely hype here. Just as Kanashi was telling us before, you know, both these teams are very, very similar as far as skill set goes, and so really it's going to be down to the wire here as far as what team is going to be winning their gunfights, what team is going to be pulling out their, you know, their strats, and really communication is going to be the key here when you have such a just a very, very balanced skill set as far as, you know, rank goes.
No, I definitely agree with you here, is that it's going to be down to kind of kind of not too much pre-planning or anything. It's just going to be on who's kind of hitting shots today, who's on fire today. Hopefully, both teams come firing at full force, so we can see a very competitive matchup. We will be hopefully seeing a very competitive matchup because of the way the ranks are balanced out. But you never know.
Absolutely.
Until we get there. So I think we're already loading into the map.
I think so
which
too.
Is perfect. I think the map is bind again, which is we casted 2 bind games last week.
I do love bind.
And so it's something that we definitely made important when we were doing that was Killjoy and Cypher being super important on this map. More importantly, if you pick one or you pick both or you don't pick any, that could definitely even shake out the way the map can go before it even starts. So the first important part of this match, the first part we can break down is even before the gameplay starts. So let's see how these Sentinels get shaken up between the two teams.
Absolutely. And while you and me as the casters are looking at the white observer screen that Rito Games has yet to fix, let's talk about some of the player profiles here. I'm looking at the player profiles of USF, and looks like we got one guy who is from Hong Kong but born in Boston. We also got another player, Envious, who is colorblind. So playing with colorblind glasses, that is honestly very interesting, especially considering the colorblind settings.
If we're looking at player profiles, you have to mention RG, who is definitely the one to watch this game, Immortal 3, but is a black belt. I mean, if you have a black belt, you can definitely definitely show that you could dedicate such a large time to a craft. So hopefully that translates to something like Valorant.
Absolutely, and especially going to ASU though, if you look at Overwork is Radiant in Among Us, and that, my friend, takes a lot of skill to to craft that and get some sort of cohesive Among Us competitive rank. There's only, as far as I know, they are the only person that is Radiant.
The only Radiant
in Among Us.
The only Radiant in Among Us. That's crazy. It's crazy how Among Us uses the same ranking system as Valorant.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I know that I always lose my gunfights, especially in electrical.
Yeah, for sure. What else we have on the player profile side? Arizona, we have.
Well, what we do have is the match.
Oh, never mind. We have the gameplay.
Loading in. So let's go ahead and look at what the teams here and what we've got. So it's looking like Sova, Reyna, Omen, Jet, and Cypher here. So once again, going with the Cypher pick, and then over on the other team here, of which I totally know which the teams are without looking at the tab scoreboard, they did actually opt for the Killjoy here. So it's going to be very interesting to see what the what the difference is going to be, especially starting with that Killjoy on the attacking side of things. Killjoy is a very defender-sided character. However, we have seen Killjoy work really well on attack before. So let's see, let's see how this first half turns out. But I know that if the attackers can pick up a few more than half the rounds in this first half with Killjoy on attack, it's going to come out really powerfully for them in the second half. Starting off very, very fast here, we see the attacking team rushing out onto A site here, and already going to be down to a 3v4 here, especially as the attackers already get the spike down.
The retake is on. Man down, though. This is definitely a difficult one. You have all the utility set up within the site from the Killjoy. There's 2 stacked towards U-Haul. Here comes the first engagement. Oh, the headshot comes through. The double headshot from Woven. This is doable now. They got to go quickly because the time is counting down, but another pick. It's a 1v3 now. This turned right on its head. Well, good retake there from, I believe that is... I'm still trying to get it the right way around. I think it's University of Arizona. Yes, that is University of Arizona with the retake. Good job from them there, which looked like... It looked kind of like an undoable situation because of the push in there was really good, and they didn't expend too much utility, but
yeah,
losing all of their gunfights.
Embarrassing start there, as we kind of didn't have a look at the scoreboard to see what team was starting on defense or attack, but it looks like it is going to be the University of Arizona here who wins the first round here, with Wolven picking up a 3K. Absolutely impressive, especially seeing as they only lost 2 players there, so that is going to help their economy greatly. Not sure how much they were able to take back since it was a pistol round, but that is still really impressive. We see starting off here USF only going for 1 sheriff play. The rest are full saves here. Now look, that was a very close fight there. The sheriff versus the marshal. Never know how it's going to quite turn out, but unfortunately for U of A, it did not work out very well for their Jet. Jatoy for glory here with the marshal. only 25
He's already knocked down to 25 health, yeah.
remaining, and let's see. All that Arena has to do here is turn that corner, get one slick headshot, but let's see what's going to happen here. Let's bring this hype back out. Looks like both teams are kind of afraid to engage here, but we see multiple marshals going out, but oh, unfortunately for Tori, there's the play. Arena coming in with the Sheriff hot. Let's see what's going to happen. A-side is going to be taken yet again. We saw this happen last time here. Oh, wow, RG with that headshot on Fawn. Like you were saying, RG is going to be the player to watch out for here. Chemo going to be able to do some work with the judge there. Unfortunately, not checking. Oh, K-Pulser, what are you doing? It's going to be already down to a 3v2 here. This is a very intense round. Let's see what's going to happen. Is U of A going to be doing whatever they can here? Wolven going to be taking out Kaha. Just be the 1v3 situation here. What is ZZ going to be doing? Unfortunately, going to be going down. Chemo going to be getting the triple kill with the judge there.
3 shots, 3 kills with that judge. You doing a good job on that Reyna to close positioning with her using her Devour. That round was definitely very interesting. I don't quite understand the economy choices of both teams. I don't know why the double marshal was on A. But I mean, I can't judge. They won. They won the round. But I'm still confused. They are going to have a broken economy this round still, and they're going up against full guns, so they have to definitely be pretty crafty within the way they use their utility and play these positions with these guns, these lesser guns.
Absolutely, and Wolven here, Wolven has actually played on the Overwatch D1 team for UA before Valorant came out, so that actually explains a lot as to why Wolven is really just fragging out here. Oh, but RG14, there's the headshots that we know and love from players at that skill level here. Taking out Destroy for Glory, going to be bringing it into a 5v4 as the match just barely begins here. Let's see if Zepsi is going to be able to do some work here, giving away his position, unfortunately not knowing that there is a very nasty judge just to the side of the... Is he going to be checking that corner here?
He's going to see the barrel. He saw the barrel, he didn't notice though.
Oh, there it is. Chemo doing some work with the judge here. Now into a 4v4 here, evening the odds. Looks like we are going to be seeing SFU grab the spike finally here. They left it in mid. They're going to be coming back to grab it up, and it looks like they are going to be going to the A plate yet again. RG14 with the ultimate, going to be facing a 1v3 here in CT. Not going to be pushing it though. Let's see as he backs off here. Is he going to be utilizing that ult for good? Unfortunately, Wolven going to be able to take him out there, but NBS with a triple kill.
The spray down.
God, the spray down. Everyone in CT just got their ass handed to them. It's going to be now a 1v3 situation here. It looks like SFU might finally have a round here, but Fawn with the shock arrow is actually able to take out Envy. Is absolutely incredible here. Now let's see what Fawn's going to be able to do. He's still has to get the defuse here. It's still not looking good, but is he going to be able to upgrade the weapon and run away? Unfortunately, there is going to be one waiting for him in the bathrooms, and if he does not check his corners, he's going to walk right back into Kaha, and that is going to give SFU their first round here.
The upgraded guns do the trick for them this time as SFU pulls off their first round here. Great triple spray down by NBS, right? Yeah, that was great towards CT. The Empress popped in U-Hauls, and you expected like the Reyna to do all the work, but it definitely drew all the crosshairs towards U-Hauls, and NBS was able to peek out from that triple box and spray down 3. That was a great play from him. I think the Arizona team is leaving this A side open quite a lot, and it might end up being their downfall. Is RG14 is very good on these entries with this Reyna, and if he continues to play how he has been playing, I think this is going to be a one-sided half.
I have noticed that as well, and like we said before, you know, Killjoy is very much stacked in the favor of the defenders. However, we do see him utilizing that Killjoy utility in the way to cancel the rotations and cancel any lurking from the defending side of things. However, it just really looks like U of A is just doing whatever they can to lock down these sites, but yeah, they're putting a lot of pressure on B site here. They've got not only Cypher and Omen and Reyna, but they also have the Cypher utility, and what they should do is they should be actually using that utility as if it were a player, and then rotating one more person out onto A site here. And you're entirely right, that is going to be their downfall. We've seen SFU push A site 3 rounds in a row, but I mean, it looks like they're trying to shake things up here a little bit. And let's see, as we see SFU picking up the spike, we are going to be seeing the commit happen here. Reyna possibly going to be putting on a little bit more pressure on B site until the rest of the team is going to be able to push out through to A site. We are probably going to be seeing Reyna take that teleport there. There he is, RG14 taking out one duck here, and is going to be starting off now as Fawn takes out
30
Kaha,
seconds left.
and it is already down to a 4v4 with 30 seconds on the clock. K-Pulsar going to be actually planting the bomb within the smoke here. Jet missing the spray down, and Zepsi going to be doing what he can to hold me. Here's the Jet rotate, here's everything, but unfortunately not going to be able to get that frag there. RG going to be taking out Fawn here. Jet doing what he can to peek, but Zepsi with a headshot going to be knocking it right out of the park there. And let's see what's going to happen here. The 2v4 situation here, and Wolven going to be taking out RG14 here, and that's a very big pickup here. Kimo going to be doing what he can, but Envious and K-Pulsar both get a kill right at the end there, and that is going to be bringing this 2-2. SFU tying things up.
Another gun round pickup for the attackers here, as RG14 finding entries again, as exactly what we outlined. Is this A side is definitely a big weak point already being exposed by SFU, and having 3 stacked on B, even in a situation where you keep losing A side, is definitely an interesting call. I hope they're able to make some adjustments and keep this half competitive, or else they might get rolled over.
Absolutely, and luckily for both teams, the economy is still rather stacked. It is even, and they've actually been doing a great job at economy management, a lot better than you normally see, especially at when you've got a mix of Diamond and Immortal. Usually, this level of economy management is spared for just the Radiant teams, but yeah, they're doing a really great job at that, and it does look like, Caster's Curse at its finest. It looks like SFU is actually switching sides over to B site here.
They are, and I think they know that the eco is coming out, so this might be the easier side to push for them.
Oh, here we go, the Killjoy ult. That's going to be changing things up very quickly here as the attackers get ready to push fully onto the site here. Wolven doing what he can to back out through the Killjoy nade. Now, that is a very interesting play, but you do have to avoid that Killjoy. But Jitori is actually going to be able to get detained here. He was trying to sneak up behind him, but just unfortunately he got completely canceled. Picking up a double kill in CT. That is pretty incredible, especially since SFU needs this win here. And looks like K-Pulsar is going to be able to pick up Jitori. Fawn doing what he can with the information here to come back to the site here, but Kaw with a 3K. Are we going to be seeing Kaw pick up a 4K? No, Zepsi going to be cleaning up, hitting out Fawn, and that's going to be another round for SFU.
Another pretty clean round from SFU. They knew that their opponents were on the eco, so they decided to I think they decided to play it pretty safe using that Killjoy ult. I think that's a good use of the ultimate, just so they didn't get eco'd on going into that B site. The tighter corners of the B site is definitely something to be worried about when you're going to this eco. But now we're going to see a full gun round, an operator onto Jitori on this. I mean, maybe not a full gun round, as Fawn doesn't have a gun yet. He only has the Frenzy.
Hey, the Frenzy is just as much of a gun as any others, okay? I will defend that, but I do love seeing these Jet op plays, especially holding down mid. They're always fun to watch here. What do you think? Who do you think has the advantage going into this next round, then?
I do think it is still on. I was going to say it was still for SFU because of the momentum advantage, and they kind of understand the way the defense is playing, but that first pick might tell me otherwise. They're a man down. They have to regroup
Not
here.
only are they a man down, they're also an ult down there. That Raze ult could have been used to clear out the site, but unfortunately it just did not work out for him. Let's see what RG14 is going to be able to do. He is going to be taking the bomb in through here. Let's see if the Sova information drone is going to be revealing him. Looks like it did not actually see him. Both Sova drones go out there, and we are going to be seeing this 4v5 situation here. SFU really trying to push, but Jitori going to be locking down this site with the op here, and this is absolutely crazy.
They're going to need to smoke this off if they have any chance of taking the site here. Or the Sova ult might be useful. That was great. That was a great play there.
It's going to be getting a kill ball. RG14 picks up one as well. Let's see what's going to happen to 3v4. Now, it looks like USF is going to be getting that plant down here. And let's watch as Envy is going to be holding it out from the back here, canceling the rotation by Wolven. Going to be leaving U of A to just 2 players here. They still have the op, which is going to be helpful here, but one dog going to be in the back as well. Unfortunately, missing that spray down, and Envy is going to be picking up a double kill, so it is just going to be up to Fawn. Let's see if he's going to be able to pick up something with this. Probably just an exit frag. There's not really much you can do, especially with a character with a lack of mobility like Sova. You're not just going to be able to just jump in there and jump out. So really exit frags is what he's limited to here.
I don't even know if he should be sticking around for exits. I think he just needs to save this operator. It's their only. Wait,
we're not going to talk about that satchel.
Yeah, this is not the play here. Yeah, gets run down by Envious in the end. Envious with a 3K. Great job from him to, keep that retake impossible. I think you just needed to run away and save the operator there. There's no reason to... I mean, there's good reasons to look for exits, but the operator would be so important in an eco round. You can even win an eco round with just a hero operator on one of your players, but instead, we will be seeing a kind of a force, I think, from the defenders.
USF did not pick up the op, though.
That is interesting. I mean, a map like Bind, maybe the attackers, it's not really too much of an importance like a map like Ascent. You'd probably want to pick up the op, but Bind, I mean, we saw it last week. It's not the... Oh,
very, very early pickup. K-Pulse are taking out Detroit. Did Detroit even have a gun out?
that was the ult.
Oh,
No, that was the ult.
NB is going to be taking out Fawn. Zetsy picking up Wolven, and we might even see a team ace here. U of A just really dropping like flies here, especially after 2 very, very powerful rounds here. It's really, kind of crazy to see this get turned on its head so much. USF really showing off their true colors and just raw performance here. They kind of
they're showing off their individuality, getting these picks. Good individual players finding themselves individual picks with, working through their own rotations. Not too much team play, not too much team utility going out, but the aim is working out for USF here.
Absolutely. And watching through now, seeing where that it looks like Kibo is going to be playing this from the same area as last time. I wonder if they are going to be dealing with the same level of exit frags, or if they're going to just be able to not. I have no idea what's going to happen here, but it looks like SFU isn't challenging the exits this time, and looks like they're all going to be taking a safe road to back away back into their spawn here. Basically a free win for USF, especially after all those pickups, and it's just quite unfortunate that neither of the or that One Duck wasn't able to find one of those weapons that was dropped.
Yeah, kind of just rolling over them on the eco round. They found the individual fights and they took them, and they won. I think on the eco rounds, Arizona needs to get a little bit more cleaned up and try and work together as a team to at least be in positions to refrag, at least at the bare minimum, or just stick together more on these ecos, because you are dealing with sheriffs versus vandals and stuff here, and that is definitely a one-sided affair typically. So hopefully they clean up their ecos. We are going to see a gun round coming out here, and a triple stack towards A, which is definitely a needed adjustment.
Absolutely, and like we were saying, it's going to depend. This entire match is actually going to be dependent on how well USF does having Killjoy on their attacker.
Pre-fire.
Nice pre-fire. That was actually pretty well calculated on their part. However, we've seen RG basically getting all of these here. Wolven, nice utilization of the Cypher utility. Unfortunately, it's not going to quite work out here, and there is still one more Cypher trap left. I believe it's placed over near Octagon, so we are just going to be seeing the Cypher kind of sticking on his own over here. However, the entirety of U of A is going to be coming back. Jitori, that was a massive pickup, taking out RG14 here. Going to be bringing this into a 4v4 situation. However, we do see Jitori at a massive health deficit. That's not going to be very helpful coming along through here. But let's see, we hear that Killjoy utility move out here. We see the Reyna pushing out as well. But there's that Killjoy ult. They pushed this last time here, and that was how they were able to take B site with such glory. But let's see what U of A is going to be able to do here, as looks like they are able to actually get a little bit further on the site than we were last time. Oh, it was
They're gonna rotate.
It was a fake out.
30 seconds left.
This is such a good play.
Vaughn going to be utilizing
all
his
onto
here.
Silva.
That is a powerful, unfortunately not getting the kill, but he is going to be able to do a little bit of damage here. The 4v4 starts out here. K-Pulse are going to be planting here on the A side as we see U of A pushing out of CT here, getting ready. See Chemo getting ready to push in. He hears that Silva information drone, going to be camping it out here, waiting. Now he's pushing through, going to be met with resistance. There's 2 players in there, unfortunately not waiting for the second one. Zepsy going to be able to take out Chemo here. Let's watch Fawn. Unfortunately, Kaha going to be able to take out Jitori. One Duck going to be faking the defuse. He gets one, but he doesn't check his corners. He gets taken out by Zepsy. It's Zepsy with a 3K to end the round here.
I mean, at that point, you're kind of screwed going into that retake. They already have the site and they're already set up. That was such a smart use of the Killjoy ultimate to fake the engagement onto B. You see, you had the Killjoy ultimate forcing the players out of B site, so they couldn't see the rotation that was already basically done. They had to sit back in that CT hallway. They couldn't check if they were rotating out, and instead they got the A site for completely free. All they had was the Sova in heaven, and at that point with the Spectre, you're not doing much. That was such a great play from the attackers here.
Absolutely, and as we go in now to round 9, let's see what's going to happen. Detroit for Glory going to be utilizing this Judge here to lock it down. Fortunately, he is going to be revealing himself that Sova information arrow, doing some work for USF. And now U of A has not won a round since the very first 2 rounds here. I really hope that they're going to be able to, you know, fix the problems here, win those gunfights, and come back out on top. But let's just see how this is going to work out for them. Especially as this round is going to be based more on gunplay than anything, as there's only a few ultimates here, and you know, mostly being information based.
Yeah, you're not going to see something like the Omen ult come out on this round, I believe. So you probably will just see straight up engagements here. And on the ecos, they have the gun disadvantage, so they're going to need to plan this out carefully. Play for refrags. Play in positions that can catch people off guard. That is how they're going to win this round, for sure.
Absolutely. Some nice information being captured here on B site here with the Omen canceling that push out through Octagon, Cypher using the camera just to hear things rather than see things, and Jatori really locking it down in A site. And we see that double peek from U-Haul as well, making sure
30
bathrooms
seconds
is
left.
locked down. But let's see what's going to happen. Jatori, I believe, is going to be hearing that Omen utility. He knows that something's coming. Oh, unfortunately, he runs out into 3 people there. Zepsi and Cables are both going to be picking up a kill. Two Fawn able to do the shorty. Unfortunately, only able to take out 1. However, he was able to take out the Reyna who was ulting here. Cables are taking out Fawn right after. Let's see what's going to happen as it is just up to Wolven and One Duck. One Duck going to be trying to get these 1 taps for Sheriff. Unfortunately, not able to click those heads. Wolven going to be able to take out both Cables and Zepsi. And let's see, he's going to be upgrading out to that Phantom here. He knows that the last 2 are going to be in bathrooms, and having that knowledge is going to be extremely useful. Gonna be getting that fake defuse here, and unfortunately though, that double peek every single time is going to be absolutely imperative to their win here.
That is great team play on the retake there from USF. Good job from them again. 7 rounds in a row. They're streaking hard right now. The momentum is in their favor. I think the idea of how they played that A site was great, and they just compromised their crossfire there. But with the swing, they heard the Empress coming out from Reyna, and they wanted to peek into it for some reason instead of just sitting back in their unchecked positions. No one knew that the Jet was sitting in Cubby. I mean, they probably would have cleared it, but they had such a good crossfire from U-Hauls and Cubby. I think that would have probably resulted in, I mean, shoulda, woulda, coulda. It's kind of hypotheticals, but I think it would have ended out in a better
very early pick up there by Kaha onto One Duck, and it looks like Zepsi as well taking out Wolven. Now that is the entirety of the B defense, so looks like B is actually a free site here for the attackers, and that is just so unfortunate for U of A. That you're entirely right though. USF has just been streaking incredibly hard, and they've just been showing raw performance. I think that they just threw those first 2 rounds intentionally just to figure out what the play style was and then get their economy, because you know, maybe they're just one of those teams that cannot win on eco, but as soon as they have their guns, that is what they train with 50 hours a week. Ooh, but Fawn gonna be able to take out Envious here, and that's gonna be a massive pickup. Chemo as well, taking out Kaha, evening the odds with 3v3. Fawn, the wall bang. Oh, but Jatori gonna be able to 1-tap Cables or canceling the spy plan. Maybe this is Caster's Curse at its finest here. U of A having a nice chance here, but let's see, Chemo not at all seeing RG14. Is it disconnect? It's not disconnected. What? This is just a stonewall play here. Chemo, you can see his shoulder. Oh, it was a disconnect. Oh, it was a disconnect. Yeah, I was like, RG14 just playing this like a, unfortunately, we are going to have to take a small pause here. But no worries, guys. Some technical difficulties are being had, but we're just going to be taking it right back over to, I have no idea.
One enemy remaining.
Jatori with the knife kill on Zepsi during a pause? Okay. Yeah, it alrighty, we are just gonna be bringing it back over to the caster's cam here while we get it figured out. I believe there is a small water break, and not to worry though, we are just gonna be hanging out here. Now let's just talk about that. Now, who do you think would have won that if it were continuing on a normal round? Do you think that, you know, U of A would have been able to actually take their first round here? Because it looked like they were doing pretty good. But, or do you think SFU was going to be, I'm sorry, USF was going to be taking the win? Got it. Okay, no worries. Unfortunately, guys, we're having a lot of technical difficulties here. I'm gonna be blaming that all on the Halloween parties that have been going on here. Now, we might be a very we might be spread across the country. However, we all had that kind of Halloween party spirit here. So tell me in chat, guys, what did you guys do for Halloween while we wait for a multitude of technical issues that are entirely going to be blamed on the internet service provider? What did you guys do for Halloween? Because I went kayaking, but I think that U of A might have been partying a little bit too hard, and that's why they're kind of sitting here at a little bit of a disadvantage. They've got that they had a very strong first round, but I think the hangover just kicked right in. Brody, welcome back. I see
I'm
that
back.
you have fixed up your camera. Once again, so what do you think would happen? So you said that USF would have had the win again, the 8th in a row?
I think that would have been an 8th in a row, because looking at it, just a 5v3 retake on the B side is nearly impossible. And I think you have those first 2 clean entries. And something that I definitely did want to point out was that you said they lost those first 2 rounds unintentionally, which I mean is a bit of hyperbole, I imagine. But I think the case is that they figured out the playstyle early, and they have the confidence now to just kind of take the engagements. In their heads, they're saying, we're better than this other team, we're better than this other team. Just take the engagements, keep the pressure high. And I think that's definitely something that they've been showcasing so far, is just the pure confidence they have currently. And it's hard to shut that down being, 6 rounded in a row. It's definitely degrading to have that happen. So there's definitely going to need to be a big reset for the team here, and this is kind of the perfect thing to happen. I think the tech issues coming out from USF favor Arizona in the fact that it kind of stops the momentum. So seeing how they will capitalize on this is definitely interesting. It's unfortunate for USF, but we will see.
We will see going into this next
case.
one. Now, it does look like they allowed U of A to keep that round, which is interesting, but I wonder...
Which is fair.
It is fine, especially given the current score. But, I think that there was a chance that U of A could have actually won that round without any sort of intervention, just because of the fact that, they did actually get those 2 entries on the retake, and it looked like there was going to be a few refrags going out there, but looks like Kaha was able to take out Destroy for Glory, and that is quite unfortunate there. The Jet has been a very, very powerful performer on U of A's team, but let's see what's going to happen now as they're splitting up the sites here. Once again, looks like they're going to be stacking 3 to A, especially since they're down a player. They're just going to be leaving that Cypher utility in place of Cypher on the site here, just leaving up Wolven to hold down B. Fawn going to be waiting. He sees that Sova drone here. Is he going to be challenging it? No, he's not actually going to be challenging it. Just reacting with a drone of his own here. And let's see. I don't know what that play was, but K-Pulse are going to be able to take out Chemo. But it's traded right back out by one duck. Kaha going to be taking out Wolven on B side here, leaving B side completely. Oh no, but Kaha actually going to be able to get a triple kill here. Zepsi taking out Fawn. I don't know why I said B side. I meant A side. But RG14 is actually going to get the plant down before the timer expires, giving them a little bit more money here. But it is going to be the last round before the half. And, well, what do you think is going to happen here?
I think as soon as they lose, what is going to happen here is probably Nico and then another win for USF, most likely. But something that I wanted to highlight is that if you're going to lose bathroom control right away, and your Jet, it's not even about losing the bathroom control, it's about your Jet dying early there and leaving only, you're going to leave the B site super open, you're gambling on the A, coming completely through, and your only other defense on the A site is a Sova in heaven, and that is easily smoked out. I think they never quite figured out the A defense, did Arizona. Oh, and the early peaks again, and they're going to lose out.
2-piece for USF here, and that's going to be bringing this already into a 4v3 as the game already starts out. Looks like we're seeing Killjoy utilize their ult right on B side. And it looks like they're not going to be faking out B side this time. They're pushed pretty deep onto the site, and it looks like they have it all to themselves here. U of A going to be hard pressed to retake, especially with Fawn utilizing only an operator here. We see Ray is going to be ulting out, most likely going to be into CT here, but I don't think it's going to be challenged. Yeah, ZFZ going to be having to let that fly loose without any information here. Let's see what K-Pulse is going to be able to do. The MB is taking out Jatori. K-Pulse are going to be spraying down, missing the spray down, and Chemo is actually going to be able to take him out with the Spectre here. Spectre is honestly a very powerful gun, especially when you combine that with the increased rate of fire from Chemo's ultimate here. And let's see what's going to happen. 41 HP. They do just need 1 kill to replenish all their health here, but it's looking like it's already over for U of A. SFG SFU still has 3 players and a turret, and Chemo is fortunately going to be going down here. Fawn with an op is going to be able to pick up 1, but I think that the round is already over as the bomb gets ready to detonate here, and it looks like we are seeing SFU move into the second half with 9 wins.
Switching sides.
Great first half from SFU. They or USF. They saw the weaknesses in the Arizona defense and they exploited them the entire half. Their gunplay is very confident, and it may not even technically be better than Arizona, just fights on fights, but they know where they're weak and they know how to exploit it. And let's see how USF decides to play this defense, because of course they have the Killjoy instead of the Cypher, which means they can probably leave the B site in the hands of a 2-player stack instead of a 3-player stack. Hopefully having a stronger A defense than Arizona was having. They have a lot of rounds to play with too, so they could take some time to figure out what works best against this team as we see a little bit of a party going on the B sides.
Absolutely. I love seeing that party. They know that they're pretty confident here. But honestly, looking at this really aggressive stack by U of A, I think that U of A might be more attackers oriented here, especially with that team stack. But unfortunately, Kaha is going to be able to take out Jatoya for Glory here, and that is going to be one of their duelists. Now we're just left a 1 duelist here, but it is Chemo, which is a top performer here. Looks like they're going to be all stacked up in hookah, but they decided not to push out. That Killjoy utility is set up just to cancel those hookah pushes. So I think that they were wise to not actually go for it just yet. Let's see. It looks like they're going to be dropping off that spike just in case they decide to rotate, and it looks like they did decide collectively to rotate out. However, they are going to be met with a little bit of resistance as we see Sova from USF lurking out the side here, and Omen actually going to be pushing pretty deep into A, as well as the Rays pushing already out of the bathrooms here. This is not looking good for U of A here. They're going to be doing whatever they can to push in, but K-Pulse are already going to be well within their sight lines here. He is able to take out 1 duck before Chemo trades him out, so it is going to be down to the 3v4 situation here. Zepsi going to be lurking behind him with a knife here. Are we going to be seeing a knife kill? I hope so, but let's see. It's not guaranteed. And let's see. Wolfen going to be hiding inside the smoke here. Going to be getting taken out by Zepsi. Nice headshots there. Chemo going to be doing what he can, though, taking out RG14. And U of A going to be doing whatever they can there. And NVS is going to be able to take out Chemo. Fawn goes down as well. And it looks like USF is going to be dancing, continuing their dance party from the beginning of the round, just on the defuse this time.
I was definitely critical of Arizona for using a similar tactic of taking that long peek early, but I think on pistol round it works a lot better. And with 3 players, Jatory for Glory peeking into the triple stack on long, which was definitely a mistake he quickly found out. Great job taking the early map control. That stopped their B push completely in its tracks because they couldn't get quite out of hookah knowing the 3 players were in. And it was just honestly a great start to the defense. Things are looking good, continuing their momentum even with that tech pause round, like disconnect kind of sort of thing. They still seem to be, you know, kind of rolling on their momentum.
They definitely don't even seem phased by the fact that they lost 1 round of their streak here. But Detroit for Glory going to be rushing and getting shot down by RG14 Stinger. Let's see what's going to happen. He is going to be able to bail right back up. The K-Pulse are going to be able to pick up 1 duck here. Bring this into a 3v5 already. RG14 picking up a double kill, taking out Wolf, and Chemo going to be stuck in this middle. Unfortunately, getting taken out RG14 with a triple kill. It's just going to be up to Fawn, and they're just rushing at him here. And K-Pulse is going to be able to get the kill. Could you imagine Fawn?
What a crazy round that was, actually. Just playing around in the smoke straight on the A side towards the default plant spot. Like, honestly, how do you even cast a round like that? They were just dancing in and out of the smokes. That was crazy.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even know how many smokes were placed on the site. It was just a massive purple wall here, and then Fawn, living up to his name, like a deer in the headlights, hiding behind the box, hearing 2 sets of footsteps from either side of him. That was not a good look for U of A, and looks like we are gonna be in the penultimate round if USF can carry this momentum forward.
USF even not investing in this round. They want to keep their economy strong, so they decided to keep the guns that they saved over from last round instead of reinvesting. And hopefully they have they're playing their corners here because of it. And let's see how they can defend this A site even without a full set of guns going up against a full set of guns.
Solid Omen teleport there, evading the shock arrows. You love to see it. Fawn going to be getting pushed right back out as he tries to push in there. Nice utilization of that Raze utility, but let's see who's going to be winning this gunfight here. Fawn going to be able to take out K-Pulser, but a Zepsi with a stinger! A double kill, going to be taken out by 1 duck here, so it's already going to be down to 3v3 now. With 3v2 as Chemo picks up RG14, and once again, actually, it's looking like, wait a second, U of A might have this.
this could be their first attacker round for sure, but
Wolven gets a nice pickup on Akaha. Envy is going to be the last man standing here. It's always down to the Sovas, but I mean, I guess that means that the initiators are playing their role a bit well. Chemo going to be able to take out Envious here, and it looks like U of A coming back.
that's the risk USF runs by not investing in this round, and they pick off 3. I think only 2 players are picked off there on the side of Arizona, and now they're gonna have the full buy coming in. The economy is not damaged enough to really like be confident about another gun round, but I think the play there was definitely solid of keeping their economy strong, and now they're gonna have full guns and 1 Spectre to look to close this one. Actually, that's not the side I'm looking at. No, the Spectre is on the attacker side, so the economy is broken down by that. That's that full stinger round there from USF.
Absolutely, and looking at this, it looks like U of A actually opted for a Marshall here, and I wonder how well that's going to play for them, especially as USF has full Vandals and Phantoms here. And looks like the attacking team is deciding to go for this B round here, and we see Joy for Glory going to be pushing out through A bathrooms, but I wonder how well that's going to work out for him running into a 2-peak. He is going to be able to take out K-Pulsar in bathrooms here, but we look going out onto the B side here. Let's see, this fight is happening here. Chemo is going to be getting taken out by RG14, bringing this into a 4v4 here. One Duck taking out Envious, but RG14 taking out Fawn here, so it is going to be a 3v3. Trade after trade as ZenZ takes out Joy for Glory here. One Duck going to be doing what he can to try to get that peak shot from Hookah into CT, but Wolven going to be doing what he can on the site here. Unfortunately, with no spike, he is going to be able to take out Kaha, however, and that is going to shift things in their favor. However, I think right now the defenders have a massive advantage, especially as they now have a 2-1 lead here, and they do have control of the spike here. One Duck has to kill both these players and or get the spike here, but looks like RG14 is going to be locking down that spike here, doing some damage through the wall.
This is such
here.
an insane round
30 seconds left.
from RG14.
Oh, but through the wall,
That
RG14
is-
with a 4K.
That was a highlight round from RG14.
Match
There's
point.
so much technical skill that he just put into that round. He single-handedly won his team that round. Easy. That was fantastic stuff from him. Lurking out of the beast smoke, pushing into the other team's Empress, popping his own, getting the kill on the Empress, healing up, getting a second kill in B, and then using his Devourer to hide back into CT, not dying, giving his team a second to rotate so they can retake collectively. That was just such a technically amazing round from RG14, and he found the frags too. I was hoping that they would win that round just so RG14 had that 4K that he definitely deserved there. Great job from him.
Absolutely, and just look at these scores. RG14, wait, what? I didn't even see Wolven peeking the corner yet, and he took him out with a headshot. That was so clean. Zefzy going to be canceling that push out into Hookah here. We are going to be seeing RG14 pushing a little bit deeper into this A mid section and seeing if he can get a few more pickups here. Unfortunately, looking the wrong direction,
more.
but it doesn't matter. He takes out One Dog like it's nothing. Steamrolling this team here using both of his Leers. He's just going extremely fast here. He wants this game to be over. It is match point here, so if RG14 can just run through and get a triple kill here, could you imagine a 4K and an ace to win it for your team? That is insane. But let's see, Zefzy gonna be taking out Jatori with that ultimate, and RG14 gonna be peeking out around, and then NBS and Zefzy picking up the last 2 kills, and we see a flawless win for USF. Absolutely insane.
That last round was just pure confidence. What I was saying the whole time is just they have found their spot, and that was a perfect personification of the confidence they had in that entire game.
Absolutely.
So great stuff from USF.
RG14 just performing in the last half of that. Now let's bring it back to Mr. Kanashi. What do you think about that, seeing that from the top down? Unfortunately, his camera is not working. I don't know if his mic is working as well, but it's going to be okay. So, Brody, yeah, tell us a little bit more, especially about that confidence play that we saw come out from RG14.
I think he was definitely performing the whole match, but even though he was the top frag, the frags were pretty evenly split between him and the other duelists. I think Zefzy had like 16 frags to his 18. So I think it was a great team play all around from USF, and they were using their individuality to kind of take map control on their great attacking half, taking the map control, taking the gunfights that they wanted to, and not really being punished for it. So they they came into this game with the confidence to think that they are better and hit their shots, and they did exactly that. Their game plan worked flawlessly.
100% agree, especially when you consider the fact that, like, you know, U of A, they had good fights. We saw them put up a fight every single round. You know, there was very few rounds. I mean, the last round was flawless victory for USF, but, you know, there were very few rounds like that. U of A always keeping up a little bit of contention there. But I think that what it came down to was, you know, it's always, especially on Bind specifically, Bind is a map that will highlight your Sentinel difference. And the thing is that Cypher utility often went to waste because they held too many people on the site, or it wasn't used in a way that was pushed, you know, deep enough to cancel those pushes. And honestly, I think that Cypher difference really made a lot of things happen, especially because it allowed Killjoy to get so many rounds on the attacking side, which is what you definitely don't want. Welcome back, Kanashi.
I think if there's, I think
I'm back.
Kanashi, you're back. Okay, perfect.
Everybody's getting that wave of technical difficulties, and I'm just at the very end of that. But yeah, honestly, this match started off really well for U of A. They found out a couple kills here and there, but then once USF started like finding out their rhythm, they really took advantage of that. They said, as Brody pointed out really early, A site was open. It was just like, you know, they were open for business, and USF is gonna rob them, and that's exactly what they did. They robbed them of, I believe it was it's 7 rounds before the disconnect round. But yeah, they took 7 in a row before anything else was able to like really be taken out of their way. And the one thing that I want to point out is in that final scoreboard, if you looked at everybody, everybody kind of did their part. Like there wasn't one person who was like lagging the entire time for USF. Like everybody was picking off certain kills when they needed to and when the opportunity came. Really, it was just like superior like gunfights and being able to play that out in the best of their ability. You know, some of the highlights, NBS had a really nice 3K spray down after trading RG14 on round 3. They really took advantage of the A quick take. We saw the ult on B site from Kaha in order to lock down round 5. And yeah, the whole first half was just locking down the site and not letting them go. And yeah, they really bounced back after the disconnect. That is one thing that I wanted to mention. And then obviously we saw RG14 go off on round 16 with that 4K to really just suck out the momentum from them, anything that they had going into that. And then round 14, which is the smoke dance round. If you wanna not see the game but want to see a game, watch round 14. But yeah, this was a really interesting match coming out from everybody. One thing that I really like to point out from USF's like gameplay style, they do a buddy system. It's very prominent. You could see it. Like there's always, like, if they take A site, right, there's always 2 in U-Haul and there's always 2 in bathrooms, and they're just like, you know what, like, you know, it's just like Among Us. You can't leave your buddies alone, right? You have to stay together, and they do that really well. And you know that's how they do it.
That refrag potential is key.
Absolutely, especially because we saw that happen every single time consistently. And you know, you can definitely tell that they spend a lot of hours training together. And you know, I think that if I had to pick a favorite time from that entire game, it was going to be that smoke dance round. And you know, not to put any specific player on blast or anything, but I could not imagine what was going through Fawn's head. I mean, other than bullets, but you know, when you just hear 2 sets of footsteps and you see the panic in his eyes, he's just, oh, like there's absolutely nothing that you can do. And I just absolutely loved that.
I think for a closing statement on that game, I think USF, despite the ranks being lower than most of the top teams in this whole entire league, I think they can, despite that, contend with a full Immortal and Radiant team because of a couple things. I think if they clean up their retakes, they by no means played this game perfectly, but if they clean up not their retakes, but their holds, I think they gave a couple rounds away that they definitely should have won statistically. I think if they clean up those specific rounds, because of the way they play for refrags, the buddy system that Kanashi pointed out, and I think if they continue to rely on or continue to use some of those strats. Like the Killjoy fake round was definitely a great plan. And if they have that mid-round calling that they did in that round, they can definitely take down some of the better, statistically better teams in this tournament. I know rank means a lot, but it doesn't mean everything when you have teamwork like that. So I think USF definitely one to watch throughout the rest of this league, and I want to see them play again for sure.
Absolutely. And I think that we are going to be taking it back to a little bit of a pause break here. So Kanashi, go ahead and take it away.
Yeah, right before we head off, we had obviously a really great match between the University of Arizona and the University of San Francisco. But once again, when we come back, we have another really good NorCal Pacific Division match between the University. I think it's over here. Sorry, my notes. Wrong screen. We have the University of. Oh, we have San Jose State University Gold facing off against the University of New Mexico Albuquerque. So make sure to stick around. We are going to be taking a quick break, but when we come back, we will have more Valorant action for you guys.
Go for it.
Okay, so for 1,000 Rocket League credits, we got Gotcha Peter for the winner of it.
Hey.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Esports College and Career Pathways we are dedicated to helping gamers, players really improve their game, whether at the collegiate level like we are today or as a career.
Go to your buddy and be like, hey, I got paid to play video game and get good grades. What did you get money for?
We really want to give a foundation for gamers to come in, express themselves in their own way, give them a competitive base setting, and provide them with the equipment necessary to, thrive in that competitive setting.
We looked at the resources that are available, and even yesterday I was talking to parents and players, and they didn't even know there were varsity teams at the college level, let alone that there's scholarships. So we took upon ourselves that we really want to put together these combines, not just like Rocket League we're doing now, but we're doing League of Legends in 2 weeks. And beyond that, we're probably going to do Fortnite to really give resources and a recruitment tool for the colleges, but really to get these players in front of the right people at the right time.
Go for it.
Okay, so for 1,000 Rocket League credits, we got Gotcha Peter for the winner of it.
Hey.
Congratulations.
There we go.
Esports College and Career Pathways we are dedicated to helping gamers, players really improve their game, whether at the collegiate level like we are today or as a career.
Go to your buddy and be like, hey, I got paid to play video game and get good grades. What did you get money for?
We really want to give a foundation for gamers to come in, express themselves in their own way, give them a competitive base setting, and provide them with the equipment necessary to, thrive in that competitive setting.
We looked at the resources that are available, and even yesterday I was talking to parents and players, and they didn't even know there were varsity teams at the college level, let alone that there's scholarships. So we took upon ourselves that we really want to put together these combines, not just like Rocket League we're doing now, but we're doing League of Legends in 2 weeks. And beyond that, we're probably going to do Fortnite to really give resources and a recruitment tool for the colleges, but really to get these players in front of the right people at the right time.
Delicious.
Triple kill. Boo-Boo taking it out. Oh my god. Boo-Boo with the 3K clutch at the end there. Being the double spray transfer. Oh my god. Very low health. But let's see here. Cold QB is also very low on health. Sab holding it, going in. Yes, pocket.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Golden Coast Invitational, sponsored by Esports College and Career Pathways. I'm Kanashi. I will be your host for this event. So far, we've still given you some great Valorant action for you. Once again, we are in week 5 of this 9-week event, showcasing some of the great talent that we have in the collegiate scene here in North America. Once again, College and Career Pathways is our big sponsor for this event. They help support college, esports, and communities and players. This invitational is one of the many examples of how they help out with college esports programs and players. They also sponsor Hive, which helps women's colleges across the United States. For more information, please follow them on their social media pages, as well as on their website, esportsccp.gg. Once again, we will be finishing out our program today with our second match, which will be coming out of the Pacific NorCal division, as we had we have San Jose State University Gold going up against the University of New Mexico Albuquerque. We just finished the last match, which was between the University of Arizona and the University of San Francisco, that ended in a 13-4 in favor of the SFSU Dons. Just honestly a really great game to watch. Make sure to catch those on the VODs later. Once again, for the first few weeks of this tournament, it has been round robin, best of 1 formats. Every round counts, which is why these teams are fighting for each and every round, and it does matter because the best records will be moving on into the playoffs later this month. These schools aren't just here for bragging rights, by the way. There's a lot more to this competition than that. First place will be going home with $1,000. Second place will be going home with $500, and third place will be going home with $250. Once again, we have another great match for you coming out of the NorCal Pacific Division. This time we have San Jose State Gold as they face off against the University of New Mexico Albuquerque. So, SJSU Gold will be rolling out with Boogs, Mi Pinoy, Chris Chang, Destroyer, and Nice Choke. This team is stacked with Diamonds and Immortal players and are looking to take home the gold. And now for their challenger, it's going to be UNM Esports. as their lineup consists of Mr. Roboto, Lewis, Jake, Young Fuego, and Orthon. This team has a wide range of players coming from bronze to diamond, but honestly, it's going to be teamwork that makes the dream work. The Pacific NorCal division is stealing up the show today, but also to steal the rest of this broadcast away from me so I don't say anything dumb is going to be Arties and Brody. Fellas, go ahead and take it away.
Just doing what I do best, Kanashi. Brody, so looking at this lineup here, you know, it's going to be a pretty tough one for, you know, like SJSU is pretty stacked.
This is definitely a one-sided match on paper, but I'm always down for an upset. You know, I like an underdog story, so I'm not gonna write out anybody before the game starts. It's just definitely a good thing to mention.
Exactly.
Beforehand.
And now, I don't really know who to root for in that case, you know, because I do love a good underdog story. But I still I don't know who to vote for, whether or not we're going to root for, if I'm going to personally be rooting out here for SJSU or for, you know, because on one hand, I do like Mr. Roboto. That's what I get called. But on the other hand, I do love a nice choke. So SJSU here going to be getting my my vote in the initials here. What about you, Mr. Brody?
Well, luckily, I can stay impartial because I'm a caster and I'm going to stay impartial anyway, so I don't have to worry about who to root for, even personally. So I'm just excited to see some Valorant. You know, that's what we're all here for. See some Valorant. I'm glad we're not on bind. I'm done with the bind streak. We're on Ascent now, which is great.
100% agree, especially because, you know, Ascent has a lot of weight for the Sentinels here, but, you know, it's not as Sentinel heavy as Bind is. However, Ascent is kind of known colloquially as the Killjoy map. I've only ever seen one professional match in which Killjoy was not used on Ascent here, and yeah, just like you're saying, you know, I'm keeping non-biased as well. That's why I'm a play-by-play caster. I don't think. I just scream, man.
I wasn't trying to call you out, you know, but I think one thing I am excited about for Ascent is something we don't see on Bind ever, it seems like, and that's the AWP. So I want to see more AWP. I don't think we see it enough.
Oh, absolutely.
And especially in a matchup like this where it's not exactly the highest level, I think the AWP is way more powerful than it is at the highest level. So hopefully there's some specialists in there that can give the old AWP a try. And we're almost in the match. We're still on the purgatory phase of the white screen and just nothing else. I can hear footsteps though. I think we're gonna jump right into pistol round here, and pretty short we have the nice choke. I'm
Nice
just trying to figure out
choke
teams
is
here
on
for everybody.
SJSU, so that means that we are seeing SJSU starting out here on the defense side of things, and it's looking like we are going to be seeing a similar thing to the last match where we got a Sentinel on one Sentinel per each team, a Cypher on one team, and a Killjoy on the other. And once again, kind of a mirror. We're starting with a Killjoy on attack.
We are seeing the Killjoy and Cypher difference, and that is something that is definitely good to note because, like you said, this is the Killjoy map, and not seeing a Killjoy is definitely putting yourself at an immediate disadvantage. It just depends on how they use the Cypher. Oh, the aggression!
Oh!
Instant aggression to take the map control.
Destroyer
Oh my
and
gosh!
Chris both picking up kills right at the beginning here. They just do not waste any time pushing right out here.
They're still going.
Oh, Jake gonna be able to take out Destroyer. Mr. Roboto gonna be taking out Boogs here. It is gonna be down to the 2v3 situation. However, we see Chris here at a massive health deficit, as well as BP Noi. Let's see where they're gonna be able to get some frags out here. Chris with a 3K onto Mr. Roboto. This is not looking good. Jake running away here with 22 HP, and the ray gun kill onto Jake by Nice Choke.
My goodness.
What just happened?
That is a tone setter round, if I do say so myself. I think they said immediately to New Mexico that they are going to push very hard, a lot, like right away. I think this is that's a good way to play this. Honestly, I think that's definitely a positive for them. Is they have the higher skill. They don't want to let things get dicey. They just want to go out there and just push their confidence and skill on them, kind of like we saw from last map. And I think they probably will continue doing that. only Ghost investment here, though.
Absolutely. Yeah, I was expecting, because, you know, at the very beginning they bought a whole bunch, but I think they did decide to back off and go for these ghosts here. Now let's see what Chris is going to be able to do. Now we see Chris getting ready to jump over this wall, but he hears that Killjoy turret, which is going to cancel him. Killjoy going to be jumping right in there, and he is going to be able to take out Killjoy here. Mr. Roboto picking up a kill himself here. Bugs. Oh, wow, Chris.
Oh, the dink.
So much damage there. Let's see. He did see and or hear one out on the... onto the catwalk here. It looks like he's able to take out the turret here, but Destroyer going to be taking out Mr. Roboto here. That information given to him by Chris. And wow, we're already into a 4v2 situation. It's not looking good.
Not looking good indeed. The Ghost investment proving very, very positive for them as Chris hitting the dinks, hitting the headshots, and playing that mid-courtyard position very well. So far, so good for SJSU.
Absolutely. UNM going to be backing out here into you know, the top of mid, and they're going to be trying to find any way that they can enter in here. However, they are going to be met with resistance no matter where they go. And looks like Destroyer going to be able to hear a little bit of footsteps in the mid, passing that information on to Mr. Nice Choke here. Let's see if he's going to be able to click these heads with the Ghost. You see his crosshair placement is perfect. Unfortunately, though, he is not able to hit those Oh! I ate my words! He gets a double kill, and there's the win for SJSU here. It's going to be now 2-0.
It was basically the second pistol round, and another, just like the first pistol round, another win for SJSU. Hopefully they will be buying a little bit harder into this round. Not a full investment, most likely, but definitely popping some guns out on that side. They have the Ares, which is interesting. I imagine we're seeing the wall spray strat coming out from Pinoy with that Ares onto the B side. Yeah, that's exactly what he's lined up to do.
Sova. It's always Sova right here with the LMGs, dude.
Let's see if he gets any value from it. I mean, I don't think there's anyone over there.
Not yet.
Now, there is one player. There's just a Killjoy, but not in the halls exactly.
Yeah, that information arrow is going to be not providing any sort of resource for him to play on. I think that SJSU is really just going to be playing for time here, waiting for UNM to start aggressing, but UNM, they do not want to start this fight.
Lewis might catch a timing here. They don't know he's pushed up into the halls. He might get a head presented to him.
Oh, and he saw the barrel, and that he played on that information immediately, and there we go. We are going to be seeing the one-man advantage here. Unfortunately, I just lost camera, but I do believe that you know, UNM is actually going to be in a very good spot here.
We can't see anything. This is
oh,
bad.
It looks like the cameras have gone back to us as we wait.
There
for
we
it to
go. There
come
we go.
back
There we
in,
go.
And here we go. It looks like it is going to be back in. UNM going to be bringing this into a 4v4 here. Sorry.
They took mid control. They took mid control. Okay, now we have a bit of a grip.
Yes.
They're
SJSU
not exactly in the B side
cleared
yet.
out the killer in B halls. Oh, Chris taking out Jake with the ult here. Bugs going to be taking out Orthon. Mr.
He's already got
taking
it
out
up.
Destroyer here. Young Fuego going to be taking out Chris there, canceling the ultimate, and Bugs missing almost every bullet except for the last one here. Mr. Roboto going to be able to take him out right after he kills Young Fuego. We are going to be seeing the 1v1 now. Nice choke. Let's see who's going to get the win. It's going to be Mr.
Oh, the
Roboto.
timing. He got completely caught off timing there. That's a very unlucky round. That was a very unlucky round for the entirety of SJSU, getting caught off timing initially from the B halls with that Killjoy. I mean, good positioning from the Killjoy in being there and not being detected, especially when there's a Sova and a Cypher and you're not detected in B halls somehow. But, you know, he gets the timing there, and then they take mid control, flush out, get the picks their way. Even against that jet ult, they still find the picks.
Absolutely.
And eventually close the round out with a good flank.
And now we
back.
are back. Oh, Chris starting it off.
Oh
Immediately taking out
my
Mr. Roboto.
God.
That's revenge for that 3K last round here. Now let's see. We are going to be seeing Silva do some work with that Ares. Unfortunately, not going to be finding anything there, as the entirety of UNM is going to be pushing out through splitting A, main, and mid.
That shot from Chris had to have been insane. Like right away onto the catwalk, onto even the spawn catwalk. We're gonna see Boog with the initial information. Actually, he sees nothing.
Oh, no.
Finds a corner in the smoke and gets taken out. Unlucky.
Oh, but Chris and Destroyer are going to be trading it right out. Both the players that pushed up through going to be getting taken out here, but Lewis going to be taking out Chris here. So it is going to be down to a 3v1 now, but Lewis going to be taking out Pinoy. He's not going down without a fight here. Now he does not have control of the spike here. That is going to be in the hands of the defenders, but Lewis does not care. He's going to pick up the 3K, taking out Destroyer here, moving towards retaking that spike. And unfortunately for SJSU, they are just not in a position position here to hold this. Killjoy going to be actually using their ult here, and that's very interesting. Let's see what's going to happen. Are we going to be seeing the aggression coming out from Cypher here, or are we going to be seeing... Unfortunately, why would you peek?
He peeks the angle while reloading. Man, almost a great round from Lewis there, giving away right at the end. I think the ult usage was definitely justified, and winning this first gun round was a super important thing that UNM could have possibly done there. Lewis, great work keeping his team in it, but unfortunately cannot prevail in the 1v1. Good job from Nice Choke not choking the round, and instead giving his team their third round, winning the first gunfight.
Absolutely. And, you know, one of the things that I'd like to point out, and, you know, we saw this the first couple rounds, but it's been persisting. You know, it's round 4. We've seen it. The initial aggression from both teams is massive.
This is a nice spot.
For sure. I think a big part of Ascent is map control, so the aggression is definitely warranted and being used properly from both teams. I think the one round that you did see from UNM winning was because of the map control they took. Having mid control and the flexibility of going to both sides has been important.
Oh no, the
so
one
far.
round that Pinoy decided to not go for that LMG is going to be the round that they all decide to push through a B in hallway there. Pinoy is going to be able to take out Mr. Roboto.
Did he shoot him above the... I think he got him in the window.
I think so too. I think that Destroyer tried to jump up there using the jet util, but unfortunately for him, got shut down. Destroyer with a nice 2K, a 3K. Is he gonna pick up the 4? Yes, he is, and that's gonna be a flawless victory here for SJSU.
One by one, they all peek Destroyer with their measly pistols, and Destroyer takes them all out with his Vandal. Great job from him. The great information was initially given out that they were pretty much all in halls there, so you were able to take the mid control and the rest of the map control to put yourself in good positions, and that's what Destroyer did exactly, and they all ended up flushing right back into his crosshairs for him to pick up that nice 4K.
Viewers,
just a bit of a shooting
take
gallery.
note, when someone says it's easy, just click heads, that is what you do. That is what just clicking heads looks like here. And we are going to be seeing that initial aggression keep playing out here again and again. Bugs and Chris both getting very early peaks here. And they are going to be playing off of the fact they have slightly deeper angles than the other team is going to be expecting here. Lewis going to be going down first here. And Bugs going to be double peeking here. Unfortunately, there is going to be a little bit of resistance here. UNM has 3 players out in mid. Now 4 players. And Chris, though, going to be getting the double kill. Is he going to be picking up the triple? He is!
The jukes!
Mipino picks up Ortho. Nice choke, cleans it up by taking out Mr. Roboto. That's 2 flawless rounds in a row for SJSU.
The difference between the flawless rounds is that round was a gun round, and the ults came out, and they still didn't pick up a single player. That is really bad for them, especially both for their economy and for their ult economy, is now I don't think, they only have 2 ults now on the Omen ult, which is pretty much useless, and the Sova ult, which can be used in part with a take, but using both the Jet and Raze ults there and finding no value is their best 2, ults on their duelists, and they got nothing out of it. That is so unfortunate. Good shit. Oops, my bad.
All good.
Gosh.
Let's see.
Sorry.
Great stuff there.
Good stuff from Chris.
UNM.
Good stuff from Chris.
Oh, Destroyer going to be getting taken out immediately by Lewis. We keep seeing these revenge plays coming out here, but let's see what's going to happen as Boog's going to be doing his best to hold this off here. He is going to be getting nicely smoked out there by Ortho. Chris going to be ulting here, avoiding that Sova ult, and just jumping up here, going for that beloved Ascent Apache attack helicopter strat. And let's see, going to be seeing 3 heads there. Unfortunately, not clicking any of them here. Pinoy going to be backing up here as we see the entirety of UNM stacking up into A main here. Boog's going to be taking out Mr. Roboto. He's going to be getting a double on Orthon before Lewis finally takes him out here. Chris going to be getting ready to peek here. Pinoy getting revealed by that Killjoy turret. That is very unfortunate here. However, I don't think UNM noticed. So Pinoy going to be able to take out Jake there, and we are going to be seeing Killjoy turn around here, but Killjoy at a massive health deficit is not looking good for Lewis here. Only 11 HP. He goes down immediately. Last player going to be sitting here in hell, and Chris just going to be waiting him out here. Pinoy going to be getting the fake defuse and taking out Young Fuego. SJSU 6-1.
Even though that flank didn't have as much impact as you probably would desire, I think the important thing to take away from that is the mid-round calling from SJSU has been very good. They've been very good at, communicating all the information that they have been getting, and they've been getting quite a bit of it. They knew that it was a 5-man A push on the back of that Sova ult with pistols, so you were able to take the rest of the map control kind of like they did last round and clean it up without losing too much. I think they only lost 1 player, 1 gun. And, their economy's so stacked already. That's 4 rounds in a row.
Dude, we are 7 rounds in, and Chris is 11-2 with the top frag on UNM 6-7.
He's even the mid player, only dying twice. Oh, look at the Hall's aggression. This is going to give his team so much information.
Especially since the fact that we see UNM not utilizing that Killjoy utility early on. They are not going to know until Mr. Roboto goes down here. Young Fuego is going to be able to cancel that out, trading a kill while Mipinoi falls down here. So we are left with SJSU here. 4 players, 3 ults, and a dream, as well as a health benefit over UNM here. That raise down to half health. We are going to be seeing Killjoy ult at B, but is UNM ready to play on it? Looks like Killjoy is the only one up there. Boog to be able to take out Young Fuego. He just teleported all the way into the back of their spawn. And Killjoy just wasted her ult.
This is going from bad to worse for UNM.
Absolutely unfortunate. Chris could be doing what he can to hold it up and mark it here. Going to be getting revealed by that information arrow. No, he's not, but Nice Choke is going to be able to take out Lewis here. We see Sova just jumping on the side here. Unfortunately, Jake is going to be going down here, and let's see what's going to happen as Orthon gets taken out by that spray by Chris here, and we see SJSU just dominating on top of UNM.
For sure, for sure. And they can't. The thing I'm noticing a lot about UNM is they really aren't taking advantage of what they are being given from SJSU. Sure, the aggression and the shots are being hit perfectly by SJSU, but even the mistakes they're making, like for some reason, or not for some reason, but the value that is lost from Mipinoi finding the kill and then peeking out further, not just backing up and staying alive, is definitely something that you should be able to play off of. I think that the call needed to be made that we got the pick B. There's probably only one more. I mean, a lot is being given away by SJSU and not being taken advantage of by UNM, and that is a good reason why this is a 7-1 game. And the early aggression every round.
Destroyer going to be taking out Lewis, but he is able to heal here. That's the glory of Reyna. Unfortunately, can't reload while you're healing. So let's see what's going to happen here. Bugs is going to be able to do nothing there. Mr. Roboto and Orthon going to be peeking out, getting a kill each there. Destroyer is going to be able to take out Jake, though, so it is going to be down to a 3v3. Chris going to be doing what he can. Unfortunately, missing those taps, but he does get it in the end there. Down to 11 HP, though. Young Fuego taking out Mipinoi. Now, it is going to be a benefit to UNM here, as we see SJSU here with a massive health deficit. Now, what they do have is Cypher in his ultimate, which could give them some information, but sitting at 7-1, they could honestly lose a round or two here and not have to worry too much about it. Obviously, that's not going to be what they want, but it's not going to matter too much, and I wouldn't think that they would waste an ult here. But Nice Choke is going to be able to take out Young Fuego, and he hears Mr. Roboto planting on the site here. He knows where it's going to be, and especially as Mr. Roboto comes over here, reveals himself by hitting the door. However, I don't think he's going to be expecting this. Oh, there's the information here, and boom, unfortunately for him, that flank is not going to work out in their favor. Chris immediately turning to headshot Mr. Roboto as Nice Choke just runs to get the defuse there. Absolutely incredible team play there.
Gives the defuse over to Chris to build his ult a little bit more. That is definitely a good thing to be looking out for. If you're 8-1 up and you're still paying attention to little details like that, then you're definitely a very good team, and that is definitely what we've been seeing from SJSU. Great stuff from them so far. I think UNM missed opportunity there by the 2v2 retake and not keeping the players together. For some reason, the Rays decided to try and clear out Gardens instead of going with his teammate to site, and I think that kind of gave away the 2v2 chance there, as leaving his teammate in a 1v1 and knowing exactly where he was because of that Cypher ult usage. You're right, though, they could have saved it, but I think that was a good play.
I also do think it was a good play. And now, to the benefit of UNM here, not to diss on them too much, Killjoy is a defense-sided character, and so I think that has a little bit to do with it here. Mipinoi going to be using his ultimate here. Unfortunately, not going to be finding a kill, but he is going to be finding Chris is going to be finding a double kill here as UNM fades out here. Chris with a triple kill. Are we going to be seeing? Oh no, we see Mipinoi dash into spawn. What just happened? Jake backed up into Mipinoi, and Chris going to be getting the 4K here as Young Fuego takes him out with a boom bot. 9-1.
At the same time.
Wait, it still says flawless.
Chris did not, because he got the final kill before dying, so it says flawless. That's amazing. Chris does not care about the utility. He does not care if he dies to the boom bot, because he's only died 3 times, you know. No big deal for Chris. Amazing stuff from him. He is feeling it right now, hitting all of his shots. He's the mid player. He's been able to rotate quickly to both sides because most of UNM's takes have been pretty much full force five-man takes. So they get the info early using that Sova ult and the Cypher information. stuff.
Oh, I think...
And he just
I
rotates
think
from
we
mid.
know what we're about to
Makes
see
sense.
here. We know Destroyer loves these. He is going to be able to get the headshot right on Ortho here. Is he going to peek out using the invincibility here? And let's see, is not going to be able to take out Young Fuego, though. Mr. Roboto going to be picking up a kill as well. So it looks like UNM has a one-man advantage here on top of SJSU. And now talking about Chris, though, and just his massive performance. In his player bio, he says that he plays OS as his aim trainer. And you gotta love that. If this man plays OS with a mouse, this is someone to worry about here, and we see that
Someone to fear.
18-3, a psychopath. Let's see what's gonna happen though. UNM, they do have a one-man advantage here, and let's see if they're gonna be using their ults here, which they are. Mr. Bono taking out nice choke, bringing this into a 4v2, and let's see, Ray's gonna be ulting, but oh wow, Chris gonna be dashing out right from that reaction time from O's coming in handy here. Lewis gonna be opening the door that his teammates close here. Bugs gonna be taking out Mr. Roboto here. Let's see what's gonna happen with the 2v3 situation here. Jake takes out Bugs here. It's not gonna be a 1v3, now 1v2, but Lewis takes out Chris, and we are going to be seeing UNM pick up a win for the first time in a while.
Round in the hash.
That's a great round from them. I think the thing that I was talking about pregame comes out from UNM and makes a big difference, and that's the op. It's Chris can take all the peeks and click all the heads he wants, but if you're peeking into an op and there's a capable pair of hands on the other side of that op, you are not living, and you are not finding a frag. In a game like Valorant, where Peeker's advantage is way less prevalent than any other FPS games, the op is so unbelievably powerful.
100% agreed there, Brody. Especially just seeing here, though, like Chris and Destroyer, their massive, like, early game aggression. Lewis is learning how to counter it, though, as we can clearly see
And
here.
he counters both of them.
Countered both of them, just like last round, too. He was able to counter it a little bit. And I think that we're seeing UNM here adapting to the situation. And SJSU, you know, they're going to have to change up their strategies a little bit because they pushed it for 9 straight rounds and won. But unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be working out too well. We might be seeing the comeback here from UNM. But we are going to be hearing the Sova ult go out, but unfortunately not going to be finding too much. Nice choke is going to be able to take out Lewis, bring this into a 3v4, evening the odds just a little bit here. Mr. Roboto going to be falling out of B main. Unfortunately not going to be able to take out Nice Choke there as Nice Choke rotates right out. Orthon going to be backing off here. He was getting ready to push in with his teammates. However, since his teammates are now dead, he is going to be backing off from that. We are seeing them switch up and go to A site here. Now, they actually have a free site. If they learn that A is completely clear, that will be a free retake for them. However, we are going to be seeing SJSU, Cypher, and Omen push in here. Nice Choke picking up a 3K. Are we going to be seeing Nice Choke with an ace here? That's what's
There's a good chance he's been able to hold on to this map control for so long.
absolutely. Jake can be planting, giving Nice Choke all the information he needs here. Unfortunately, he does get blinded there by Orthon. And let's see what's going to happen as he pushes out. He sees the Sofa information drone that is going to reveal his place, but I don't think he cares. He's just going to be going for this. They have rounds to lose, and I think that he just wants to style at this point here. Orthon going to be getting revealed by that arrow, and that Boogs is going to be able to take him out. Stealing Nice Choke's ace here. Jake and Boogs going to be getting a nice trade out there, and we are going to be seeing SJSU pick up the last round of the half, so they are going to be going in the second half 10-2.
For sure, and I think I like the adaptability of SJSU there, is if they're deciding on, you know, having their duelists take these early fights towards mid and A long, then you have to be able to, or if you're used to that, then you understand how to sit back, slow down the pace, and try and or just try and keep the map control you have. And they did a great job of that. Losing the first 2 picks, being in a 3v5 situation, and still winning the round is something that is definitely a mistake from UNM, but also good job and good positioning from SJSU.
You can honestly see SJSU's communication just like working out here. You can see their comms almost in their gameplay and their strats and the way that they can react to these, because you see one person go down in A and SJSU reacts from the other side of the map, and you know that their comms is just filled with callouts and useful information only.
For sure. I definitely can agree with that sentiment. You can basically see it all come to a fruition for what they're communicating, and I think they just want to go for map control plays here, trying to get information.
Absolutely. Lewis is going to be doing what he can to fight off Chris here, and however, they are going to be seeing that they have a benefit here in the defense half, since, you know, they've got a Killjoy here, and Killjoy, once you got that full utility outside of the pistol rounds, you know, they've got a really good chance of getting some nice sight control. And SJSU, they are going to have to readjust their strats here, because while being an extremely aggressive defense-sided team works out a lot of the time, being an extremely aggressive attacker team could go either way. It really just depends on what the defense can do.
Now they want the mid control kind of opening up as a team. Boogs has made the round-winning play.
There we go. He's going to be able to take out two of them. And you're entirely right. We are going to be seeing SJSU now with a two-man advantage here. And I think that you're entirely right in that they just made the round-winning play. Absolutely, especially as SJSU is about to get the bomb down here. And look at that. They have the entirety of B-side controlled here. Chris will be taking out Lewis here. And there we go.
Crisp shots over the head from Chris. Good job from him in that mid, cutting off rotations. I think something to the reason I said the round-winning play was about to happen from Boogs, kind of like when it was coming to fruition, the tiny micro play he made towards B halls. So much about Valorant is using the exorbitant amount of information that you can gain from the utility. Sova's drone drove right past Boogs in halls, and Boogs didn't shoot at it.
I saw
because
that.
he was hiding from it.
I saw that.
And so he snuck through halls, and the call was made by the Sova to the rest of his team saying, hey, halls is clear. They're going somewhere else. And Boogs sneaks through and gets a double, opening up the B site. That is such a smart micro play that wins them in the round.
And this
there.
is exactly why you're a color caster, Brody. That is such a great piece of information there. We are going to be seeing Destroyer coming across that Killjoy utility. Unfortunately, going to be falling back inside of it. And let's see what's going to happen. Boogs going to be peeking up through. Unfortunately, he is going to be meeting a little bit of resistance here. Jack going to be waiting out right through that smoke there. Jake getting revealed by the Cypher utility. And that is going to be breaking their little bit of rotation here. Let's see. Chris going to be at half HP, but he is going to be doing whatever he can. Especially Cypher, we see him using his utility to get these rotates out, and we see SJSU taking full mid control here. And let's see what Nice Chuck is going to be able to do. He gets the headshot on Orthon here. That's absolutely nasty. Unfortunately, not able to take out Lewis, but Lewis is going to be at a massive health deficit going into these next fights here. He is taken out immediately by Boogs here. 3v4, now a 3v3 as Young Fuego takes out Boogs. However, on both sides, there are going to be two players with massive health deficits. Roboto taking out Destroyer here, bringing this into a 3v2 situation here. But Young Fuego taking out Meat Binoy. Chris taking out Jake, though. The 1v2 situation here, Young Fuego is going to be winning this round for UNM, taking out Chris for the final kill.
Unlike the second round of the game where they just invested the ghosts, you can't really expect I mean, you can expect the same value. I think it's definitely a confidence play, but the non-investment coming through from SJSU is definitely the key reason why that round goes the other way. But I think they can afford it. I mean, they're even grabbing Vandals and Phantoms even after losing that round. They're definitely going to full invest here and go in and act like that round never even happened, because in the grand scheme of things, they had so many rounds to give away, and now their economy is bolstered.
Absolutely, and that bolstered economy is going to come out in handy. However, we are going to be seeing them stick to these same strats of setting a lot of players on A, and it looks like they're leaving B rather undefended. However, they're going to be relying on that Sova information to make sure that SJSU is going to be sticking to this A push. Lewis, he actually hears the Sova jumping up here, and unfortunately not going to be able to hit that shot with the Marshall. He falls back here. Jake going to be waiting for anything to happen on B side, which we might get pushed, to be honest, but it is going to be a waiting game here to see what SJSU decides to do, as they looks like they are stacking through A main.
I like the slow approach. I mean, you'd figure from a team that was so defensively aggressive that they'd be more offensively aggressive, but a slow and smart approach is definitely something that is very good here because of the round advantage, and they're just basically controlling the pace and the
SJSU has decided to push out through mid here, and it looks like they are going to be getting the first frag out onto Jake here, and we do see Destroyer leading this charge out into B side here. So sorry to cut you off. Mr. Roboto is going to be doing what he can. Unfortunately, with that Guardian, not going to be able to do much from CT, especially on the B side here, and SJSU just completely baited the entirety of UNM into mid to just say, nope, we're actually going to go B, and they just completely stuck with that. They get the bomb down here, and Destroyer going to be doing what he can to get these picks. Unfortunately, 6 HP. He has to get a kill here to heal off, and that's not going to be looking like it's very doable. Chris, however, look at this deep hold here. Mr. Roboto going to be able to take out Meepy Noi here. But he's into a 4v4 situation here. Chris going to be taking out one. He gets the double, and let's see what's going to happen. He gets taken out by Lewis here with a Marshall. Destroyer takes out Mr. Roboto, and Boogs takes out Lewis. We do see SJSU bringing this into match point.
Match point indeed. Well, I mean, the only thing I wasn't saying, too much. It's okay.
Thank you.
The action started to pick up, and for sure, the information play that they were going for, the slow and steady pace that they were setting, can get turned on its head so quickly because they knew one guy was B. They did it again. They figured out where they were playing, and they said, okay, well, we're just gonna go B. There's one guy. He's not gonna pick up 4 because we're playing so close together. We can just trade the entry fragger out immediately, and they did it again, and they held the retake. Very good stuff from them, holding them that B site the way they did. Chris taking that corner angle did not get checked. Grabbed the 2K.
Oh, but Mr. Roboto is going to be opening up the round, taking out Destroyer. Meepinoy going to be taking out Lewis, though, and also the Killjoy turret right there. Young Fuego going to be holding him out here. Orthon taking out nice choke here. What is happening to SJSU? Meepinoy taking out Young Fuego here. It is going to be down to the 3v3. Meepinoy with a 3K. Let's see Meepinoy with a 4K. We are going to be seeing it's just going to be the 1v3 here. Is Sova going to be able to clutch this up here? What is going to happen? It's going to be Jake here, and I think that Jake is not going to have the ability to just win this 1v3 situation. And it looks like Meepinoy. No, he gets the ace.
Oh, he took the ace. He took the ace.
No, but the SJSU gets the win here, 13-3. Absolutely incredible plays.
That is BM. That is absolute BM.
Bugs is the imposter.
To take that ace.
He just took the ace away from Chris. But I'm sorry for Meepinoy. Meepinoy was just popping off here. But can we talk about Chris for a moment? 25-7. That is an Immortal 3 OS player.
He's just unkillable. That's the perfect way to play Jet. Just click heads, man. Like, your duelist is popping off that hard, then you're definitely... I mean, he has great... we can sing the praises of Chris all day. He had a great game. Fantastic shots from him. I'm not going to say the spicy word again. But he has such a good kind of support behind him. I think the Sova and Cypher plays, without even having the Killjoy, they had so much information. The comms were all great, which allows those two duelists, him and Destroyer, to make those aggression plays. I think everything from SJSU is textbook this game. And I think... definitely something to look forward to in their later
Honestly,
games.
SJSU just absolutely performing here. I'd love to see. Kanashi, you had a top-down perspective of that game here. What did you think about what you saw on the battlefield in Ascent?
I saw a slaughter. I might have to report this to the police. I'm sorry. But honestly, like, the way how this played out, like, San Jose State, we kind of knew going in that they had that advantage going in. They had the rank advantage, and they really took advantage of that. They were able to push aggressively. But the thing that I liked, that I saw, that Brody picked out later, is like, if they played for picks, if the University of New Mexico played for picks, they might be able to take a couple of people out and then just play the numbers game at that point. We saw that on round 11. They waited them out, and they were like, they're gonna push. Like, we just wait for them. They walk into our crosshair. We click before they even see us, and we should have it. And they did that well. They did that, and that was their only other win in the first half, besides round 3. There's just a couple of things that, like, I'm looking at that I know for sure that I'm guilty of, like, you know, reloading when you think you're safe, turning a corner when you haven't checked it yet. Like, just small things like that, that if the University of New Mexico tightens up on those things, they could definitely compete. But when it came down, once again, it's like San Jose, just Chris, he did so much, just finding, like, picks, just putting crosshairs on heads and, you know, clicking them out. But we also have to give props to the supporting cast. There was a lot of plays coming out from Destroyer in order to use the Leers in order to blind out the teams. Just opening up sites as well, coming out from Boogs on the Omen. Just really solid play of just finding that. And then during that last round, I was like, okay, Mipinoy is at the bottom. He's got a negative line right now. And then in my head, I'm like, dude, he's going to pop off this round. And I smell it. And so, you know, he turns that initial corner, just gets the first pick, ends up getting 4. And I was like, Boogs, don't do it to him. Just don't do it to him. Let him have this moment. And then Boogs is just like, I see him, though.
Cried.
Are you going to do it? He's like, no. Like, yeah, it's one of those things where, like, is it earned? Like, should he just have, like, let him have it or
I think
whatever?
we're gonna give him the.
I mean, the game is
we're gonna give him the ace in our hearts.
Yeah, we'll give him the honorary ace. I think there's a sticker for that somewhere.
He just walked out into B. Like, he just walked out. Like, there's no analysis. He just walked into B and killed everybody.
Yeah, he just pressed W and shot anything that was in his face. But yeah, honestly, it was a really good play coming out. Once again, the bottom line was 13-3. The reason why they won that second round was because New Mexico bought up. It's just like things that you wouldn't look at. But honestly, like, Young Fuego being able to pick up the Spectre on on A site really helped them win that round. And I was like, okay, if this is the time to pick up momentum, it would be now. But once again, San Jose is just really strong. But hopefully we get to see them later down the line. Of course, there's a lot of just a lot more gameplay to go down. We're at that halfway mark, so we should be expecting to see some playoffs pretty soon.
Awesome. I'm super excited to see these playoffs. And, you know, over the last 5 weeks, we have seen some incredible teams come through on the broadcast matches. And, well, I'm just super excited for what the future holds. So, Kanashi, take it away.
Yeah. So once again, right before we're signing off, I want to thank LMU, San Jose State University, and the Academy of Art for organizing this tournament. And once again, showcasing all of the talent that we have here in North American collegiate scene. Once again, big thanks to our production staff today. We had Dazed on the cameras, giving us all the action in game. We have Wits on the actual switcher, giving us cues, making sure that we don't look like idiots, and pushing through all of the technical difficulties that we had today. And yeah, once again, Techie Blue Jay for actually helping out everybody from making it happen. Once again, this event is brought to you by Esports College and Career Pathways. And yeah, they're willing to help out on smaller events. Follow RU Esports here on this channel. And make sure to turn on those notifications so that you guys can stay up to date with these games as they're coming out. If you missed out on any of the other games as well, or if you want to watch them back again, on the RU Esports YouTube page, we will have the VODs reeled up for you guys, so feel free to go and check those out. Make sure to check out Arties and Brody. They're both amazing people on the casting half. That way I get to save my voice for this magical part of just signing off and signing in. So yeah, thanks for them for breaking down the entire game and everything. Once again, I'm Kanashi. And yeah, we will see you right back here next week, hopefully with some great playoff action.
It's delicious.
Triple kill! Boo-Boo taking it out. Oh my god! Boo-Boo with the 3K clutch at the end there. Being the double spray transfer. Oh my god. Very low health. But let's see here. Cold Cutie is also very low on health. Sab holding it, going in. Yes, punch it!
Can't find myself. Can't find myself. Can't find myself.